Mike Tirico, Greg Olson with you. That's Harrison Butker, set to get things started. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in that landing zone, the ball only comes out to the 20-yard line. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10.
Ready. Blue, 32. Ready.
Now first carry here for Keaton Mitchell. And he'll find some space, taking it for 6, out to the 26-yard line. They'll work now on 2nd and 4.
Set, ready. Black, 95. Hut.
They'll go again with Mitchell. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for everything you get.
Got to get it to the 30. Here comes 3rd down.
45, white.
And some problems communicating on 3rd down, and that's going to be a delay. So, after the 5 yards are walked off, they face 3rd and long. Out of the shotgun, Young. He's going to let it go. Deep for Chase. And he is going to score. A pick 6 for the touchdown. That is a brutal way to start the game. You're thinking opening drive touchdown. Instead, that 3rd down pick turns into 6, Greg.
Yeah, Mike, and every offense all week works on that opening drive. It's such a critical way to get their players and get their offense settled into this game. And as you said, disastrous start. Not only turning the ball over, but allowing the defense to capitalize and take it all the way back the other way.
On the return, it's Williams. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. On 1st down is Young. A whole lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. He was trying to get it to Jamar Chase. And it'll lead to a 2nd down. From the gun, it's Young. Rolling right. That's the Pro Bowl corner, J.C. Horn.
And these are the throws that are really holding the offense back right now, Mike. He just has to make better decisions because you're not going to win many games when you turn the ball over at this rate.
The Lions call their first timeout, and they'll get a chance to catch their breath over on the sideline. Throwing right away is Mahomes. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. An ideal beginning to this drive. 24 on the first play. On first down, it's Mahomes. That one, oh, it's on target, but it goes as an incompletion. Looks like he had that one in his grasp, but unable to hold on, and it will be second down.
So the receiver does everything right, except for the most important part. He runs a nice route, he creates great separation downfield, but now you just got to finish that thing off with a catch.
That's going to be incomplete. Humphrey, very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose, and it's going to force third down. Throwing again, it's Mahomes. And that is incomplete.
We're starting to see a lot of this on third down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these third down conversions. You know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball, and in this case, it falls incomplete, brings up fourth down.
A 48-yard attempt.
Butker's kick is good. And his guys will extend to a 10-0 lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Harrison Butker is set to kick off.
After the made field goal, Butker back on the field to send this one away. Here's Williams on the return. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there. Young to throw on first down. Now here's another ball that's intercepted. Picked off by Nick Bolton.
Well, Mike, once again, this drive, it ends the same way their last one did. Walking off the field, following an interception. Now, you're hoping this is more momentary struggle than it is a trend. But as hard as it is to do, they need to get...
And he'll get into the end zone. Xavier Worthy. Touchdown. His 12th touchdown of the year. The extra point by Butker is good. And his guys move further out in front. It is now 17-0. So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. Williams now to return. And he'll manage to get this back only to about the 20-yard line. They'll start this on the ground with Mitchell. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all. On second down, Young. That's going to be incomplete. Good work by the defender. Bodied his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force third down. On third down, here's Mitchell. This one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And that's it.
Pretty obvious they're just trying to catch the defense off guard. Everyone's thinking 3rd and long. That's a passing down. And we're going to sneak a run in. So give credit to this defense. They were well prepared for both run and pass, and they don't fall for it.
They'll go. Young. He'll buy time left. And this is going to backfire in a big way. Going for it on their own side of midfield, but they turn it over on down.
It's a turnover on down.
Yellow, hey, 43. Hey, Riblet.
First and 10 for Mahomes. That is caught. What a throw. Has a touchdown. His 4th TD grab of the season.
All week we're going to see this play be run over and over as a highlight of the quarterback and the receiver. But, Mike, the part that people don't give enough credit to, in order to get a downfield shot, you have to have time. And what a great job by the offensive line, allowing the quarterback to be comfortable enough in the pocket. Let those deeper routes develop, be on time and accurate with the ball. And that's why this play is going to be a highlight all week. Let's give the big guys up front some credit.
So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. Here's Williams on the return. And they'll be way back up to start. He only gets back to the 5-yard line. The drive will begin with a run by Mitchell. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Another run here with Mitchell. And he'll get this ahead. Gain of about 4. And it leads to 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4. Makes it 3rd and 7.
Young. Trying to set up the screen to Mitchell. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
The best time to call a screen is when the defense is anticipating pass. Allow that defensive front to rush the passer. Just get through the offensive line enough before you drop it to your back. Get out behind those big offensive linemen and pick up the first down.
Escaping the danger, throwing, and completing.
Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
Let's go. Set.
There's Ertz. He's got it right side. And now flags fly as a gain of about 4 could be negated. Throwing on 2nd down, Young. He's hit as he threw. It goes to the ground, and it's an incomplete pass.
The relationship between the pass rush and the pass coverage is critical. The better you rush the passer, the more pressure you can take off your coverage, and that's a great example why.
From the gun here on 3rd down, it's Young. He'll let this one go long for Williams. That is incomplete. Well read that time defensively, making it difficult downfield, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
The offense just couldn't seem to get anything going that drive. They knew they had a long way to go, taking over possession that deep in their own territory. You want to pick up that first down and see if you can capitalize some momentum. Instead, the errant throw brings up fourth down, and they're going to have to punt it away.
He's got it! And he will take this one in. 83 yards. Touchdown, Detroit.
I'll tell you what, Mike, there's being aggressive on fourth down, and then there's being really aggressive on fourth down. They weren't just trying to get an inch past the sticks. They were going for broke, but hey, when you have trust in your quarterback and your downfield weapons, I don't blame them.
Jack Fox kicking off for the Lions.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. Now a hit, and he lost the football. And when we talk about momentum and trying to stop negative momentum, it's moments like this. Not only did you just give up the big score, but now, Greg, they've got to get that defense back on the field after the fumble.
Yeah, and on one sideline, you're riding high. I mean, the last two plays could not have gone any better. And then on the other sideline, they couldn't have gone any worse.
Ready?
A give to Mitchell. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, inside the 20. Pickup of 11 yards on that one. Good for a Lions first down.
Ready.
And the Lions first down.
So we are through one here on Sunday Night Primetime. What will the second quarter have in store? And EA Sports NFL Sunday returns after this. So they move inside the 20, first and 10 at the 18.
Here we go. Here we go.
Back to throw. Young. This is caught at 2. And the Lions are going to have first and goal, try to finish off this drive with a touchdown.
Detroit Lions first down.
He's got it at the 3. Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
Brings up second and goal at the 1-yard line.
Ready.
Mitchell will take this one in. It's a Lions touchdown.
Make no mistake about it, he may get the glory, but that does not happen without unbelievable blocking up front. So let's give the big guys all the credit in the world. He's able to displace the defense right there at the point of attack, and that's about as easy a goal line touchdown as you're going to see all year.
That's pulled in, and they're able to tack on the 2-point conversion.
Mike, I think all of us can remember exactly where we were during a certain Super Bowl where throwing the ball this close to the goal line ended up being a disaster. But unlike that time, they ran this pass play to perfection, and the result, 2 points.
At their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's first and 10.
Yellow, yellow. Hey, Ripley, Ripley. Hey, 57, 57,
Throwing is Mahomes. Fires left sideline. That is complete. And he's out of bounds inside the 45-yard line.
Yellow.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Hey, Sunday.
On first and 10, it's Mahomes. Moving outside the pocket. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete. Travis Kelce, the intended target. And it'll bring up second down.
Yellow.
Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. And they're going to get to him and take him down. Taken back to the other side of midfield. Aleem McNeil in there to bring him down for his 7th sack of the year. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. the shotgun. It's Mahomes. He'll take a shot here. Back to the end zone. That one going to be intercepted in the end zone if he stayed in bounds. Now the officials say no. It is incomplete. Crisis averted for the offense, at least for the moment. A near turnover there. No movement from the punt team. They'll line up to go for it on 4th down. They're indeed going, and it's Mahomes. He's going to try it here again. That is brought in. And out of bounds, but in business. They're going to have it 1st and goal inside the 5.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
Walker will take it in. Touchdown. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finish it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
Harrison Butker set to kick off.
So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. On the return, it's Williams. Whoa! Good job in coverage. They're going to get him down short of the 20-yard line.
Ready, fight. Number 7, red, yellow.
Young to throw on 1st and 10. Down the field, he's got Seapratt. And they're going to have this all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
Gain of 53 yards. And the Lions first down.
52.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Ready?
They'll run it over center with Mitchell. Finding space at the 15. And he's going to be taken down. A gain there of 15. 1st down, Detroit.
Ready?
Lions, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the
They bring Chase in motion.
60 red. Ready?
On 1st and 10, here's Young. Going left side, and it's taken in by Williams. Fighting for the goal line. They're going to stop him just short, but he has picked up the 1st down.
This has been a really good drive so far, but what I really like, Mike, is they're down here in the red zone, and they continue to attack. Now, not quite a touchdown, but with 1st and goal, this defense certainly has their back against the ropes.
From back at the 2 now, here's 2nd and goal.
At the 2-yard line.
Set.
Now Young. For the end zone, but it's batted away. Incomplete. It was open for a moment. Defense closed quickly, and now it's 3rd and goal.
A bit of a risky throw here in the end zone, Mike, and those windows down here tight, they close so much faster in this part of the field. By the time he let it go, the defender was already in position, and
that is taken in for the touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco. Touchdown, Lions. Bates now for the extra point. He knocks it through, and the Lions are able to cut the deficit to 10. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. That ball going to hop into the end zone. It's a touchback that will come out to the 20-yard line. First down throw, Mahomes. He's going to let this one go for Worthy. That's caught. A great connection there. They're going to bring it down inside the 35-yard line. It's another big play in a game that's had its share. It's a gain of 49.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Yellow. Yellow. Attack, sending yellow.
Mahomes on first down. That's to the right side and incomplete. Travis Kelce, the intended target. And it'll bring up second down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. Flush to his right. That is called in at the 5. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a touchdown. But I don't think he knows yet that this one is coming back.
Yellow.
Third and long for Mahomes. That is brought in at the 10. And he'll be forced out of bounds. It's a gain of 29, and it's first and goal.
First and goal on the 6-yard line.
Here's Walker, and he'll lose yardage here. The defense standing strong in the red zone. They drop him back at the 10.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on 2nd and goal.
And he's into the end zone. What a response. Kenneth Walker for the touchdown. That is second touchdown of the game. He's up to 9 now on the year. Butker's extra point is good. And his guys add on one more as they extend their second quarter lead. So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. Here's Williams on the return. He'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop. This drive starts at the 21. It's first and 10. They'll bring St. Brown in motion. Now this looks like a design run, and he will not be able to turn upfield. They'll drop him behind the line. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. Now this is going to be a design run. They let him keep it.
So they try to throw a little bit of a curveball. We see him throw it to this guy a lot. Now, in this case, they hand it to him, thinking they can catch the defense off guard and generate a big play. And give a lot of credit to the defense. They were ready for it. They were prepared for it. And they held it to a modest gain.
They need 8 as they come up for third down.
Here we go. Here we go. 45. One.
Out of the shotgun, Young. He'll let this one go long for Williams. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down.
And that's exactly how you teach it. They want these defenders to time the hit, that right when the ball gets there, you separate the receiver from the ball. And those are the ones on offense, man. You just have to make that catch, Mike. I know it's easier said than done, but You know the hit's coming. You've got to squeeze that thing, brace for impact, and make that play for your offense.
Ultra.
They'll go. Young. Again, working deep downfield. That is hot. And he's going to have the Lions first down. This is going to wind up being not just a conversion, but a play that flips the field as well.
First down. A gain of 64 yards.
Ready.
First down, Detroit.
33. Yellow.
A tight end in motion now.
Set.
Look at play action with Young. And his defense will take over here following the interception.
I'm not going to sit here, Mike, and say there's ever a good time to throw a red zone interception, but in this case, it's the first half. You have the rest of the game to get yourself back down here in the red zone and make up for that miscue, because next time they get down here, they got to be a lot more careful when they decide to air it out.
Here's the third and final timeout for the Lions. And it'll come with 15 seconds to play in this first half.
Hey, color. Yellow. Easy. Yellow.
On first down, it's Mahomes. This one, a deep shot for Rice. And the Lions will have great field position right around midfield.
You know, Mike, we're seeing both these offenses come out here and play a little fast and loose in the passing game. The last two throws for each team, both resulting in an interception. Now, don't get me wrong. Neither of these secondaries is going to complain. They'll happily feast on those type of throws the rest of the game. But I get a sense on these next two drives, come out here, establish the run, dose of ground and pound. Let's settle things down offensively and regroup for the rest of this game.
On second down, Young. A ball deep for the end zone. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. And this one sent all the way over the back line. No thought of putting this in the landing area. So it'll come out per the new rule to the 35-yard line. First and 10 for Mahomes. That's going to be intercepted. Picked off by the former Wolverine, the rookie from Michigan.
All right, Mike, you know me. I tend to be an offensive guy, so if we're taking a big shot to start this half, I'm thinking touchdown. But rather, we go interception to begin the second half. Now, still an exciting play. I think we're going to see both sides willing to continue to take these risks, take these chances throughout the rest of the second half.
And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up second down.
It's second and inches.
To throw is Young. That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. Made it uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it. And it brings up third down.
Less than a yard.
Here we go. Hey,
They'll put one of the tight ends in motion.
Set.
They'll try to run for it with Mitchell. Oh, the defense meets him in the backfield. They stop him dead in his tracks and set up fourth down. The field goal unit staying put. They're going to line up and go for this on fourth down. That's going to be intercepted in the end zone. Into space. He's inside the 30. And he's going to take this back all the way for the score. defense is having a day. They extend the lead with Greg their second pick six of the game.
And that's just something you don't see very often in the NFL, Mike. I mean, you might see a handful of games each year where there's one pick six, but to get two pick sixes in the same game, this defense is on fire.
The extra point by Butker is good, and his guys will extend this third quarter lead.
Harrison Butker is set to kick off.
So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. That one's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback.
Ready. Let's go.
The tight end Ertz in motion.
43.
On the give, it's Mitchell. Down at the 21, a gain of 1. Here's 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9. At the 21-yard line.
Red, cycle.
Young. He'll let this one go long for Williams. And he's just throwing ducks up there. Another ball intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Horn. He gets free. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream. A pick six for touchdown.
Yeah, that's just a mistake by this quarterback, Mike. That's just really inexcusable. You can't continue to push your luck. And at a level like this, against defenders this good, you continue to put the ball in harm's way, eventually, they're going to make you pay.
Visitors 21. Harrison Butker is set to kick off.
So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. Williams now to return. And he will get cut down short, shy of the 20-yard line. On first down is Young. That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the play. And it's 2nd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And you're one of the go-to guys on your team.
And this is caught left sideline, but out of bounds, says the official. Incomplete. That ball a little late getting there. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
Ready?
From the gun, it's Young. He'll get this out wide to Mitchell. He's going to have the first down and then some. That's 17 yards, and that's a first down.
And the Lions first down.
Young to throw on first down. He'll let this one go long for Williams. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Give up the middle for Mitchell. He'll get this ahead for about 3. Ashton Jelani that time, able to bring him down.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd.
From the gun here on 3rd down, it's Young. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there, make things difficult defensively. It sets up 4th down.
So here in the second half, it's obvious the offense finds themselves in a tough spot, trailing by this many points. But really what makes it difficult is when you have to operate, Mike, in a comeback situation where you have to air the ball out every single play, it stresses your offensive line, it stresses your quarterback, it stresses your playmakers. It is just a really difficult way to play offensive football in the NFL, and they've got to do it really for the remainder of this half.
First and 10.
To throw, Young. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. They get 25 on that connection. Good for a Lions first down.
Detroit Lions first down. First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Ready, ready.
On play action, Young. That is caught. And he'll take it on in. Jamison Williams. Touchdown, Detroit.
You know, Mike, at this level, not all touchdowns are created equal. There's some plays that result in touchdowns, and then there are touchdown strikes. And this one is the latter. And when you talk about a confidently thrown ball on the money downfield, it doesn't get a lot better than this. And his receiver is able to take it in for 6.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here's Smith to return it. Now an opening has the 30. A good return as he takes it across the 30.
Hey, ribble it. Yellow. 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 Hey, motion.
Here's Patrick. He'll throw it on first down. He's going to let this one go for Worthy. That's 3. Third time tonight he's been intercepted. Picked off by Ronnie Hickman. And he's going to set up his guys with great field position. A huge chance to cut into the deficit.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Here's Young. And more of the same. Another interception. Picked off by Nick Bolton.
Well, Mike, this is entering the wrong kind of rarefied air. I mean, as in, it's only happened a handful of times since the turn of the millennium rare. It's an entire season's worth of picks thrown in just one game. I think at this point, you junk the playbook, you light it on fire, and we're just going to start from scratch next week.
And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. From 31, here is second and 3.
Yellow.
At the 31-yard line.
Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. Now he'll air one out. He's got it. And he will score. Touchdown. That is second touchdown tonight. And Butker on for the extra point. He's got it. And his guys stretch things out even further.
Our home team 59. Visitors 29. Harrison Butker is set to kick off.
So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. Safe kick taken at the 5. Get across the 20, mark him at the 22-yard line. Young to throw on first and 10. Down the field, he's got St. Brown. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. It's another big play in a game that's had its share. 39 yards.
A 39-yard gain on the play. First down, Lions.
On first and 10, here's Young. Now pass deep for St. Brown. And he's just throwing ducks up there. Another ball intercepted. And this defense will take over following the turnover.
Mike, that's a great play for any defensive back. let alone an undrafted rookie. I mean, to think that every single team passed on him in this past year's draft multiple times is pretty hard to believe. And again, this is the growth. This is the development that they saw when he signed there as an undrafted free agent. And he has taken advantage of every opportunity he's been given, and now he's creating turnovers for this unit.
Hey, 43. Easy. Easy. Attack.
First down throw, Mahomes. And he'll gain yardage and able to get down at the end of the play.
Take a look at his eyes. You can see the quarterback clearly going through all of his progressions, and he's quick to realize there's nowhere to go with this ball. He makes the right decision and gets out of there, picks up some good yardage, and gets down on the ground.
On second down, Mahomes. That's caught. It's Kenneth Walker. He works free, right side. And he's into the end zone yet again. Kenneth Walker has a touchdown. 3 touchdowns for him now in this one. And he's up to 10 on the year. Buster now for the point after. He's got it. And his guys add on to their already sizable lead.
Our home team 66, visitors 29. Harrison Butker set to kick off.
So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line.
Red.
Now the first carry for the Rutgers Scarlet Knight, Isaiah Pacheco. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Down. Ready.
Once again, it's Pacheco. He'll turn this into a gain of about 4. It's going to lead to third down.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 8.
Shot. 17. Set. Ready.
Off the play fake. Here's Young. And he's going to be taken down. They sack him on what will be the final play of this third quarter. Let's see what they do here. This is 4th and long. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to have a Lions first down on what will be a big play there for 4th and long. Now Young. This one deep downfield for Chase. That's caught. And he's going to be dragged down, but not until he's inside the 25.
41 yards on the play.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
38.
A 41-yard gain. And the Lions first down.
Out of the shotgun. Young. Oh, the ball's out. And fortunately, one of the Lions in there to get on it, and Detroit keeps possession. On play action, he'll set up to throw. That's deep to the back of the end zone. That is going to be pulled in. He's got it. Amon-Ra, St. Brown. Touchdown, Lions. Well, it's not going to be enough, but at least they find the end zone at the end of a hard week's work. Just a little payoff with a touchdown, Greg.
Mike, you can just chalk this one up in the column of too little, too late. Give credit to this offense for not going down without a fight, but they're not going to have enough time to find themselves back in this one.
And give them credit, they are not mailing this one in. They'll try to get it back with an onside kick.
You have no choice. You find yourself down big here late in the fourth quarter, Mike. You got nothing to lose. Give it a shot. Nice job here by the hands team recovering. They're going to take over possession.
Shotgun run now with Walker. He did a nice job skipping away from one tackle, then going forward, gain of 5. It'll be second down.
38-yard line. A gain of 5.
Attack, attack!
Second and 5.
I don't need to.
Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. That's over the middle and caught by Rice. And he will score! Rashee Rice for the touchdown. We might need a calculator before this one is done. It has been one-sided, and the route rolls on, Greg.
Absolutely, Mike, and they just keep piling on the points. I mean, this offensive play caller, he's saying it's never enough. I'm going to try to score with every possession, and we've seen him do that all game long.
Harrison Butker set to kick off.
So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. Here's Williams on the return. Good job in coverage. They're going to get him down short of the 20-yard line. We'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10.
Quick, yellow. Cut.
On the ground to start the drive with Pacheco. And he's going to be taken down at the 37.
On the ball.
It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. Look at play action with Young. That one to the sideline is over everybody. But now a penalty flag will come in. They may get him for grounding.
On the double. Here we go. Ready.
They'll stay on the ground and stay with Pacheco. This has been bizarre. From second in the mile, a huge game, but still sort of a first down.
Well, I have to be honest, Mike. I'm kind of standing here in awe that that type of run somehow didn't lead to a first down. I mean, 99 out of 100 times, they're moving the chains and then some. This is that one time where that effort wasn't necessarily rewarded.
All right, here with Mitchell. And I don't know. I'm not sure he got there. I think they're going to mark him short. And now it is 4th down.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
Here we go. Set.
They'll try it now with Pacheco. And he's going to have the Lions first down. They wind up getting 13 yards on that 4th down conversion.
Ready.
Here's Young. And more of the same. Another interception. Picked up by J.C. Horn.
I got to give credit, Mike, where credit is due. I mean, they have played a complete game in all facets of football. I mean, the scoreboard pretty much reflects what we've seen play out here over the last 4 quarters.
First and 10 for Mahomes. He's going to let this one go for Worthy. That is hard. And they're going to have this all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
2 yards. That's good for a first down.
Yellow.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Yellow. Yellow.
On first down, it's Mahomes. And he will score again for the score. His big night continues. His third touchdown of the game. Now Butker to add the extra point. He's got it. And his guys will add one more onto their big lead.
Our home team 80. Visitors 35. Harrison Butker set to kick off.
So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. On the return, it's Williams. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. So here's a first and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Here's Young to throw. He'll let this one go long for Williams. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, like, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
He's going to look downfield once again. And that is incomplete.
So this is where it gets really challenging as an offense. You find yourself trailing late in the game. The defense can play you one-dimensional. They know it's a pass-first situation, so extra defensive backs, the zones and the coverage are a little bit tighter and cloudier, and he's having a hard time finding any open windows downfield.
Oh, can't afford another incompletion here. Quickly in his third and 10. Out of the pistol, it's Pacheco. And he'll take this past the 30. A gain of 6. Mark it at the 31. The offense staying out there for this fourth down.
Here we go. Here's Hey, check Mega. Black, 95. Ready.
They'll go. Young. He'll get this one complete to St. Brown. Here's first and 10.
Gain of 26 yards. And the Lions first down.
Smack. Ready.
First and 10.
From the gun, it's Young. Open there. Downfield. Chase has it. And he's into the end zone. Jamar Chase. Touchdown, Detroit. He's got another one. His second touchdown of the evening. Here's the pistol snap to Young. Flush to his right. To the end zone. It's intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn.
That decision to go for 2 was made up from the very beginning. The moment they scored, you could see the head coach. He's signaling, we're going for 2. The touchdown was obviously a disappointing outcome defensively, but to able to get that stop, they can at least come off the field and catch their breath.
And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in that landing zone, the ball only comes out to the 20-yard line.
Attack, attack! 15. Hey, we're going to do it. How's the line? Go. Let's
A first down throw for Mahomes. He's going to air this one out. That is brought in. And they are not going to catch up to him. He will score 80 yards for the touchdown. What a night he's having. That's 4 touchdowns in this game alone.
Is good. It makes the score our home team 87, visitors 41.
So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. Here's Williams on the return. He gets swarmed under. Doesn't even get to the 15. Young to throw on first down. Short one there. He's got Ertz. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Now Young. He'll let this one go long for Williams. That one knocked away. It is incomplete. Very good job defensively. Stayed right with him. And will bring up 3rd down. A give here to Pacheco. First down and more past the 30. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Pacheco. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. It is 2nd and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Ready?
To throw is Young. Escaping to his left. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. Maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion. Here comes 3rd and 6. Throwing is Young. He'll let this go deep for the end zone. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. Truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
Yellow, 43. Cut.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. Open man left side, he's got it. And he's going to have a Lions first down. They come up with a big one there to keep the drive moving and then some.
First down, Detroit.
Let's go. Cut.
To throw, Young. That's in the end zone and intercepted. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And his defense will take over here following the interception.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10.
15. Yellow. Hey.
Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. Working the right side. Taken in by Rice. And he's going to go out of bounds with no time remaining on the clock. This game is over. So the fans going to head home.